And now we go into the AI controversy of the day. I think it was this tweet, this tweet, right? People were saying like, "Oh, but it sucks that they are using AI. It sucks that," and I was like, "What are you talking about? Where are these rumors coming from?" And it's like those articles, but Larian is using generative AI, and generative AI is like AI that makes images and it makes videos and it makes, it writes things for you, stuff like that. And they are using this during a development phase, but they're using in very minimal ways. They're not creating the game with AI. They are assisting the human staff members with AI. And it is very internal in the way that it's very like, okay, let me generate like a shitty image because I am a writer and I don't understand how drawing works. So I can show it to the artist and maybe pin it in on board. You know what they did before with like cutouts of magazines and stuff like that and fucking stick figures? They're doing that, but with AI tools. But the final product, it's gonna be zero AI free, because they write everything themselves, they compose the music themselves, they're using it as a tool, which, and I'm sorry to burst a lot of people's bubbles, AI has been used as a tool for a very long time in the business. And that goes for games, and that goes for movies, and that goes for cartoons. It has been used for a very long time. And it was only until recently that those tools were made public for us. But these people have been using them for a very long time. A lot of the games in the past 10 years that you've played have AI in them. But it's generative AI. They're taking people's jobs. No, they're not. And I will explain this at length later, but this is what started it. And I said, I don't know. Like I told them, I don't know where the rumor that Divinity will include AI generated content came from. Yes, Larian uses generative AI during development, like the industry has for years, to explore ideas, expand internal presentations, develop concept art, and write placeholder text. The final game will have no AI content. Sven Vinke has confirmed this himself. And I linked a link to this article right here. Larian is using generative AI, confirmed CEO Sven Vinke, but Divinity won't contain anything AI generated. Employers are more or less okay with the way we're using it. In the title, even if you don't read the fucking article, it says they are using it, but the end product won't have anything AI generated. And people are like, oh, the entire game is AI generated. And I had to mute the post because they were literally pissing me off. Under Venke, Larian has been pushing hard on generative AI, although the CEO says the technology hasn't led to big gains in efficiency yet. He says there won't be any AI generated content in Divinity. Everything is human actors. We're writing everything ourselves. But the creators often use AI tools to explore ideas, flesh out PowerPoint presentations, develop concept art. And I'm not talking about the concept art that you're gonna see is AI generated. No, I'm talking that me as a writer, I don't fucking like, let's do a visual example right here, because I feel like a lot of people are obtuse on purpose. Let's say we're in a meeting, you and me, we work at Larian Studios and we're in a meeting, and you are an artist, you're a concept artist, and I need to tell you what I want, and I tell you, okay, you know what I want? I want an orc, like this is an orc, right? And I want the orc to be like a, like a cutting down, like a, I don't know, like a child. Like I want a child impaled on the sword of the orc. That's what I want. Okay, make a concept art of that. And you look at it and you're like, right, you want an orc and child and a sword and blood, and then you give me the I'm like, that's not what I asked you though. Like that's not what I had in mind. So now tools for me to not make that artist waste their time. What I do is like, okay, let me generate like what I like, the vibe I want. You see what I want? Like now it's AI generated. You see it? And they're like, oh, now I get it. And then the human artist with their human hands and their human brains is like, oh, I can do that so much better. Give me 2 hours. And then bring back concept art. That is exactly what the writer envisioned. And it's 100% human generated. Do we get that? It's not gonna be a fucking, AI generated concept art with a fucking dwarf having 7 toes. Do we, does that click? Also, AI, like other people were like, concept art, the concept art is gonna be fucking AI generated. It's not. They said it's not. Shh. It's not. They have said it. Shut the fuck up. You don't understand. It's like, well, they should not use AI at all. Welcome to reality. Throw your phone away. You know what fucking makes me laugh? That they are saying don't use AI generated like anything in the platform that uses AI generated everything. The same bitches that are like, oh, we have to boycott Starbucks because Palestine, and then they fucking kill each other over a bear mug in Starbucks. I hate these people. I'm telling you right now. I hate people like this. I hate wishy-washers. I hate them. I don't like them. But that's what it's used for in the concept of art, right? It's like, okay, how do we bridge this gap of talent? You don't know how to write, and I don't know how to draw, and we don't have time to be wasting, here. You have work to do. I have work to do. What if I send you the concept of what I want, and you actually make that into something good? Period. The writer still writes, and the artist still arts. And both of them have work, and they get paid, and their product gets put in the game. That is what AI is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a crutch. It's supposed to be used as a tool. Whether you want to use it or not, doesn't matter. It's going to be used regardless of your intentions. It's killing the planet. So are we, bitch. And we're still here. I am praying that AI is going to take over and kill us all. That's what I want. Like, you cannot stop a fucking tsunami. Like, that's that. Just because you go like this, the waves are not going to fucking stop. You know what I mean? AI is in everything. It's in your phone. It's on YouTube. It's on fucking Twitch. It's on everything. Every technological thing that you touch and you enjoy has AI. All of it. So, shut up. Unless you actually commit and go to the fucking woods and live in a cabin as a hermit for the rest of your life, do not talk to me about AI on fucking Twitter. Don't. Because I cannot take you seriously. So that is what the fucking AI is used for, and obviously for menial tasks, okay? In Baldur's Gate 3, that game that a lot of people, the same people that are complaining about the AI being used in the process, in the creative process of Divinity, it was used in the creative process of Baldur's Gate. How do we tell them this? How do we tell them that the game they love in God of War 4, which Errant also used AI? How do we break the news, guys? That Lara Croft game that people were praising because she looked really good, AI, it also uses AI in some way. How do we break the news? Machine learning and artificial intelligence systems are some of the most talked about technologies in gaming and across a variety of other industries. Some fear advancements to such systems might lead to negative consequences, while others predict a rosier future. Still others, like Larian Studios boss Sven Vinke, are trying to thoughtfully implement new technologies because it is the future. We live in the future. We live in the present day. It's happening already. You either go with the times or you sink, right? Technology advances each day. Each day we're closer to our doom, and I'm here for it. But it is what it is. So you cannot blame a guy for using the tools at his disposal to actually making his job easier. He's not taking jobs from anybody. He's making their jobs easier Like fucking a coffee machine. A coffee machine, it's doing the barista's job easier. Do you want them to fucking go fetch the water in the well to, turn the oven, not the oven, no, sticks and stones and, like the fire and ground the coffee beans that they have to plant themselves and roast themselves? We are all using crutches every day. It's the obvious things, like a motion capture cleaning or voice editing or something very specific, retargeting. So that it's basically if you play with a different species, you want to be able to reuse an animation on a different species that are in a different size and that they're doing certain interactions with others. For these purposes, machine learning works really well. Larian is also embracing the technology for what's called white boxing, which is the term for how a studio like Larian iterates on ideas rapidly. He said, noting that using machine learning can help speed up the process. The same people that are complaining that games take 6 years to come out, and then when they actually use tools to make that development time shorter, they're like, that's illegal. You cannot do that. But for Vince's money, the most exciting implementation for machine learning is when it can be used for new gameplay elements. However, it's still early days, but Larian is not there yet or even close. But it's an area that Vince is excited about because it could help the studio implement new RPG ideas faster. For an RPG developer, what you really want is something that helps with reactivity to agency, some permutations that you did not foresee, reactions to things that the player has done in the world. They will certainly augment the gameplay experience. Vince mentioned how in games like FIFA, the under-the-hood procedural generation happens in real time, and that's what he's referring to in regards of how machine learning can impact gameplay. I was trying to tell these fucking people that, and they were like, and I said, I ain't the one. I have already explained to you, I've given you sources, I've given you links, I've given you articles. If you want to be outraged by air, go somewhere else. I ain't the one, it's not me. For all this hope and optimism about using new technologies like machine learning to help speed up and improve games development, Vince said that he understands there are red flags to consider. Some people have legitimate fears of machine learning and AI systems stealing their work or taking their jobs. This, he said, by the way. However, Vince said Larian is hiring more people, not fewer, thanks to new technologies. This is what others like EA CEO Andrew Wilson and Take-Two boss Strauss Zelnick have predicted. It's always going to be the people that are going to make a difference. And for us, it's super clear that we're investing heavily into the team and the human touch that's being added to that. With more automation, human workers are freed up to create more. You remember my little drawing of the orc impaling a little child? If I don't have to go back and forth 7 times and make the artist make the concept art 15 times to get what I want, we're freeing up time on both ends for them to actually do something useful with their time, and so can I. That's the entire the gist of it. When complexity goes up, things start getting really interesting. So it's fair to say that the games that are being made today are arguably more complex than they were in the past. The faster you can iterate, the faster you will get to a certain result. And the tightening of this pipeline should allow you, in theory, to make your games in a more efficient manner. Automation with machine learning's AI is a huge thing. People may not be aware of how much time an animator may spend on stuff they don't want to work on. Not stuff that it's their job and it's being taken away, stuff that no one wants to do. As such, thanks to automation, it adds a lot to the time that they have to work on the creative stuff, the stuff they want to do. Vince said it's their own attitude to assume that automation will replace various people and departments, because automation should, in theory, allow more people to do more of what really matters or less of the stuff that they don't want to do, which is what they're doing in Larian. I cannot speak for other studios, but Larian is hiring more people because now that they have automated certain tasks, those people have other stuff that they can work on. And there's more stuff for them to do because the nasty stuff is done by the machine. Let them do that. Let them do the technical stuff. the boring stuff. We can do the creative stuff, all of us. And they're hiring more people to do that. And he said that, but nobody reads anymore. Nobody reads, and everyone likes to be outraged, and everyone likes to be fucking influenced by fucking Toe Sucker 95 on the internet. And it doesn't matter if I give you the fucking resources to actually, enlighten yourself. It doesn't matter. They will say, oh, AI. Shut up. That's not necessarily cost reduction, but it's going to be an increase of ability, which is a good thing. This was April, by the way. He said this on April 2025. I'm gonna keep this. Larian CEO responds to Divinity Gen AI backlash. We are neither releasing a game with any AI components, nor are we looking at trimming down teams to replace them with AI. AI is something we're constantly discussing internally through the lens of making everyone's working day better, not worse. And he came out and said this because, holy fuck, guys, this is Sven Vinke's account, by the way. We're not pushing hard for or replacing concept artists with AI, because the whole thing was that they heard generative AI and concept art in the same... and all they know about AI is like, oh, you can make silly fucking videos and art with it. That's all people know about AI. They don't know anything about the coding part of it, any of the intricacy out of it. All they know, it's like, oh, you can make like soulless art with AI, which fair, but that's not all it can fucking do. And then they didn't even know how it was implemented. They didn't know anything about it. So Sven Vinke himself had to come out and be like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? We have a team of 72 artists, of which 23 are concept artists, and we are hiring more. The art they create is original, and I am very proud of what they do. I was asked explicitly about concept art and our use of Gen AI. I answered that we use it to explore things. I didn't say we use it to develop concept art. The artists do that. And even if the article did say to, do presentations, develop concept art, anyone with a brain cell, of which I think I am also included, I knew that it was this. This is the develop of the concept art. This is concept art right here. This is a concept art of my idea of an orc killing a little child. But that's not gonna fucking sell. And the development is like, okay, make this, put it in an eye, okay, now that's an orc. That actually looks like an orc, and that looks like a little child getting murked. Send it to the fucking Bethany at concept art department. And then Bethany sends me 17 concept arts that are a fucking the Mona Lisa. That's it. The fuck? The artists do that, and they're indeed world-class artists. We use AI tools to explore references, just like we use Google in our books. At the very early ideation stages, we use it as a rough outline for composition, which we replace with original concept art. There's no comparison. We all knew this, Sven. People with brain cells, we knew this. I talked about how we use machine learning here. If you would like to know more, that's what I just read. We've hired creatives for their talent, not for their ability to do what a machine suggests, because a lot of people were saying to me, oh, but then a human is just copying what the AI is doing. No, no, they're not fucking copying. They're not tracing what the AI is doing. It's like you see this, right? You see this fucking screenshot right here of Minthara, and someone who is good at drawing can take that and do their own rendition of this exact same fucking frame and make a fucking art piece. And it's their version, it's their talent, it's their work, their sweat and tears. It looks that way because they wanted it to look that way. But they were influenced by this, because maybe this is what the client or the game director or their senior wanted. It's Minthara. Make Minthara look angry at me. And they did it. That's it. But they can experiment with these tools to make their lives easier. Listen, I cannot fucking believe that this is a fucking conversation. Like, that's all my tweets were like that. I was like, why are you guys fucking lying about the game being AI generated? It's like, it has no. It's like, I'm fucking writing, right? I'm writing and I'm like, fuck. What do I name this stupid fucking character? And I go to ChatGPT and I tell him, Chatty, I have a character that is a scientist and they're a dick. What do I name them? And Chatty says, Dick McDingus. And I'm like, you know what? Good fucking name. Thank you, Chatty. And I go back to my work that I write until 2 a.m. And then I say, okay, now this character, who didn't have a name, now his name is Dick McDingus. That's it. That's it. And then I make Dick McDingus a character by myself. Because I have the talent for that. That's it. That's the extent of it. Oh. But people are not smart. They're not smart. They're very dumb, actually. And what really fucking amazes me is that they're literally being so loud about it. Like, shut the fuck up. Deadass. Shut the fuck up. Because how can you be so fucking wrong and so loud? I think why this hurts so much is that Larian is a studio highly respected for their handcrafted creativity. Here in Gen AI is used that any part of the creative process feels like it loses that. Baldur's Gate 3 used that. You know what else used it? Fucking Veilguard. She pisses me off. People like this piss me the fuck off. They really piss me off. Like, to the point. It gets to the point that I'm like, bro. I am flabbergasted by all of this. I am flabbergasted that they can, like, you see what I'm talking about? And I was like, AI! Baldur's Gate 3 had AI. It was used with it, like, it used AI. Veilguard used AI. I can tell you that right now. BioWare uses AI. Like, bruh. They're so, like, ignorant. They're so utterly ignorant about what they're talking about. And they talk about it with such, like, fervor. Like, they know they're right. And they're not. And you tell them you're not. Like, you're wrong. You've been wrong. And if you're saying this for X and Y, you have to say it for B and C. Because you cannot be praising something and then be like, actually, no. Because you know what? That's like, and someone said it with Grams the other day about the tweet of Lara Croft, in which one day he's like, they destroy Tomb Raider. She looks so ugly. And literally the next one, he said, she's stunning. Oh my God. And someone tweeted at me, this is what it looks like when the audience you grew takes you hostage. They're not allowed to say what they think. And I have made that a priority of mine in my community of, I say what the fuck I want, and you guys say what the fuck you want. And maybe we can like pull each other's hair in the comments. But you say what you want and I say what I want. And if I don't change your mind, I don't care. And if you don't change my mind, you shouldn't care either. But I'm not gonna, if everyone in my audience says, oh, you're wrong. And they have. You're wrong about this. You're wrong about this. I'm not gonna be like, I come out and I have to apologize. Sorry, you know, I'm, shut up. No. Like, if I say, you guys are stupid because of this, I don't care that someone is like, it's so stupid. It's like, how are you gonna say, oh my God, Larian, I'm here for you, you're the best. And they're like, actually, I never endorsed Larian. Larian, this hurts so bad that they're using AI tools in their work. They have been. Baldur's Gate 3 had them. Veilguard had them. You guys are fucking useless. God, fuck. Listen, I understand AI. Like, I don't want to fucking read a book that is fully AI generated because most of the time the person that is writing, it's not a writer. So it's all over the place. It's bad. It's ugly. A lot of AI art it's shit. It's like, oh, that's fucking, it's all fucking anime porn and whatever. I get that. And I get that you don't want AI to replace people, to replace creatives. But if you're good enough at your job, you're never going to be replaced. Only the fucking idiots that are not good are the ones that are, you know, afraid of that.